Welcome back to the Ulduar Raid Guide. My name's Ciderhelm, I'm the administrator of Tankspot.com, and in this video I'll show you our Hodir strategy. If you'd like more information or would like to learn more about downloading this movie, click more info on the movie information box on YouTube to head directly to Tankspot. At the beginning of this encounter, our DPS is focused on bringing our NPC allies out of their flash freeze ice tombs. Once they have been freed, they will begin providing a series of valuable buffs to the raid which will assist in bringing Hodir down faster. In this encounter, we use only a single tank with 3 pieces of frost resist gear built into normal tanking gear. This allows the tank to take both the normal strikes and the frozen blows, which I'll be covering later in this movie. Additionally, most of the raid in our first kill was wearing 2 pieces of frost resist gear, and while this did slow our kill time, it greatly increased our survivability through the AoE in the encounter. The first and most important ability to worry about in the Hodir encounter is Biting Cold. This is a debuff that will stack on players who are not moving, similar to the Karastraza encounter in the Nexus. Though it doesn't stack as often, it won't easily clear if there are multiple stacks of the debuff. Biting Cold lays the groundwork for the rest of the encounter. Hodir is an extremely mobile encounter, and constant moving is going to happen naturally for almost everyone. This is because of a series of location-specific events such as Starlight and Snowfall. Starlight is provided by Moonkin NPCs in the encounter. These are streams of white light hitting the ground throughout the room. While players stand in these, their attack and casting speeds are increased by 100%. As you watch me move Hodir, you'll notice I'm making every effort I can to move him near these Starlight buffs so as many players as possible can benefit from them. Shamans in the encounter provide additional damage to players when they critically strike. Because of the Shaman and Moonkin buffs, it is important to note that threat can become an issue, like Malagos, because the tank doesn't always gain the same buff that the raid does. If this is the case, the use of Misdirects and Tricks of the Trade is helpful. Additionally, depending on how close the raid is riding on threat, the tank may benefit from standing in the Starlight as well. Snowfall is the second primary cause for movement in the Hodir encounter. Whenever you see Snowfall, a blue rune will form beneath this, and this should be an immediate signal to your raiders that they need to move if they're standing on top of one. When a flash freeze is coming, new runes will be substantially larger on the ground. Players need to move out of these immediately, as they will be knocked back if they're hit by the falling snow. However, players should immediately surround the outside of these larger runes and wait. The moment they form into a snowdrift, the raid should immediately move on top of them. This protects from the flash freeze. Flash freeze is an ability which locks players and NPCs affected by it in an ice tomb. In addition to needing to refocus DPS to bring players out of these, the tombs are even more dangerous since they force the affected players to take additional stacks of Biting Cold. Once a flash freeze has completed, raiders should immediately bring players and NPCs out of the flash freeze. Hodir will occasionally use a freeze ability on a random target in the raid. The target and any player within 10 yards of the target will be frozen in place and unable to move for 10 seconds. This can be dispelled with Mass Dispel and Hand of Freedom. Frozen Blows are the final primary mechanic the raid should watch out for. When Hodir switches to Frozen Blows, his physical damage output is reduced by 70%, but each of his attacks on the tank now deals an additional 40,000 frost damage on 25-man and about 31,000 frost damage on 10-man. Additionally, he will also deal AoE frost damage while Frozen Blows are active. Thanks for watching this movie. As always, feel free to ask questions or add suggestions either on YouTube or in the strategy thread on Tankspot.com. Also, Tankspot donors can download all of these movies in high definition directly from our server. Click the second link in the movie information box to learn more.